Hello, everybody. Welcome back up here. I want to say thank you, guys, and welcome to the new subscribers. Appreciate your shares. I appreciate your coffee. And if you need some any personal assistance on understanding who you are as energy, readings are available for you. All you have to do is send me an email at the email above. Interesting day yesterday, right? Um, Looking at into the charts, today is going to be this seeking for the wisdom within the spirit. Where is this is going to come there? The union of the moon with Mars. This is going to be creates this kind of like a uh, pressure of needs of cardinal changes. But you cannot make a cardinal changes if you don't seek the wisdom within about those changes, and they're within the spirit. And as you see this picture in there, that is actually the picture of Saturn. Currently, that is Saturn and Pisces energies. This is the wizard of the spirit, the wizard that comes in and remind you about who you are, how to make a balance within yourself, balance with the universe, and carrying the light within you after coming out of a darkness in there. Even if you're in the light is within you, you holding that light. There's a lot of this picture is going to be with today's energy in there because Saturn, who is retrograde in Pisces, is going to be trining that union of the moon and Mars, basically giving you that options of pressure that the only exit will be. It is to seeking the wisdom, and that pressure is going to be to look at it within your spirit, because your spirit is the one that tells your soul, hey, it's time for a change. It's time to gain this wisdom. After all this yesterday of these roller coasters of emotions in there, you can have a fit, you can have a anger all over the place in there. Particularly, I'm talking about 7 p.m. Okay, you're gonna see these energies earlier. You're gonna see they're gonna be coming towards you. But it's about how you're gonna be act. You can choose to act on those intense energies they are going to be, like throwing a fit in there, throwing the towel, throwing a quit, throwing a this, blaming that, and so on. Or you can actually choose to seek that guy. That guy is within you, that is your spirit. That is the internal wisdom that you already have entirely inside of you, but it's buried in your subconscious. All you have to do is go meditate, go out for a walk, go sit down, go look at yourself in the mirror. Where is that person within you? What happened with that person? Very powerful energy that's going to come in at 1 o'clock. That's going to be the authority time, that you're going to be authorizing things, that they are going to be focus of like this inner fights about that Mars. It's what the fight does. Nothing but destroying. You're destroying yourself by you thinking that you're destroying the other people. You're actually destroying yourself. And this is what that wisdom of whatever this lower patterns are coming in right now. Particularly, we're talking about in Cancer. So if you have anything, if you're Cancer right now, you probably have a lot of challenges in there. But that is also applies particularly about Capricorn, because that is going to be oppositions. Libra and Aries have a rough time with this because those are the cardinal changes. Those are the cardinal things that needs to be done. And right now, with all this pressure, the pressure says the only exit is that. The only exit is about to seek deep, deep within you. And the authority is going to be looking to Pluto, is going to be looking to Neptune, is going to be looking at grabbing that kite. But it can't grab that kite until the intuition doesn't lead you to something else, to the wisdom. So you can know how to navigate yourself from within. So this is what this. You're going to be seeking it for that wisdom within yourself. And let me show you in the charts and going hour by hour in there how it's going to be. You see it. This is this union of the moon with Mars, that it's going to begin at 7 o'clock in the morning, but it's the same time as the sun is rising here. You see the kite and the situations, and here it's Saturn that it's pointing out to this direction. So is Venus in there, doing it within love and seeking at the wise guy in there. That is going to be your answers in there to find this internal balance during the hard times. There is always going to be a hard time. There's always going to be a challenges. There's always going to be some issues. The question is how you handle it. And the handling, it is giving it to you. You can fly through it. Nobody says you can't. But if you trusting on these energies of the emotions, they're kind of like if you're picturing that picture of the universe kicking your butt, and the other side is the universe handling you, right? So this is how you realize that whatever is going on right now, it's for your own good. You facing this problems because there is a cardinal changes required within yourself to do it. All you have to know how to do it. Well, first thing how to do it is with love, and the second of all how to do it, it's the wisdom, the depth within a subconsciousness buried within you. You have that. You just have not using it. So without energies in the morning, the authority, of course, is going to be seeking what I should do. Of course, everyone in the morning, when they wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, is like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, I have to do this, what should I do right now, and so on and so on and so on. That's what represents the ascendant in the morning with the sun. And with this energies in there, particularly, you're going to be seeking at the balance of Libra, the balance that needs to be made from within you. The fight between authority and intuition, it's going to be kind of like a very intense in there, because this is a third quarter moon in there, brings the last portions of unhealed patterns from within itself. Chiron and Jupiter is going to help you to seek this healing. So it's going to be a good, as long as you focus of what you have to be focused within yourself. In the next hour, here is that the ascendant is going to point you the directions of this energies towards Saturn. That it's like, okay, I mean, I see this bad energy, I see the good energies. How should I do it? The how, it's going to come from Saturn. But before the how, can you realize your why? The why, it is the push of the energies. Is those behavior patterns, those energies, those situations of wars. You tire of the wars within yourself. So with this tiring of the wars and so on, it comes in. It's time to take a wise approach. Where is my wisdom? Where is my wisdom? Where did I did with this? Why I don't act like this? Why isn't done? So on and so on. And this is where the power of the Libra it is about. Balance, harmony, love, compassion. And those are the energies that kind of comes towards you. You're going to be seeing it. You're going to work with those energies later on. But now you're seeing it, the path. All right. Talking about 9 o'clock energies in there, of course, the universe wants to make a balance because he's the things that are in balance in there. As the ascendant in Libra, it is trining also Jupiter in there to remind you this synchronized energies in here. It's coming, the wisdom is coming in there. As the midheaven goes into Leo, that is this energy towards the North Node and Neptune. I have to get to my new self. But right now the new self is in challenges. You don't know fully how to operate. Why? Why you don't know how to operate? You have to find out your why to operate. You see, the reason of why, it comes from who you really are. And that's what is right now. Finding who you really are. Are you the new self? Are you the old self? And that is this north node, south node. Usually on your personal chart, the south node represents what was you in the past life and what do you have to do in this current lifetime. But since you're living here, those energies represent what you're currently going to be working and facing. You may have a lot of challenges in relationships, but you also maybe have challenges of establishing your personal power. So now it's the time to get this personal power within yourself to change to what you need to be. All right, 10 o'clock. The 10 o'clock energies, again, this midheaven, it's going to be pointing out towards Saturn. Very, very powerful moments. There's going to be a growth and there's going to be a healing. See, this is the time when you go to a healer. You're trying to go to any kind of like a person to see, to help. It's never wrong to ask for help. The biggest help, though, can you ask your spirit for a help within you? When was the last time you were looking at in your spirit and it's like, I need to have this self-help? The self-help is one of the best things because you doing these realizations in there. As that's going to be coming up, Venus and the ascendant is going to be pointing out the depth of the power of discovering these new energies inside of you. So with these positions for the things, even the next hour is going to be even better because right now the ascendant at Scorpio, it's trining the moon and Mars. It's calming the things down. It's pointing out this is after you talk to the healer. You talk to this soul, the spirit within yourself. You're finding that internal balance. And these beautiful kite moments there are there, particularly there at the midheaven. It's going to be at Virgo. That is at this inner self-healing. You see, the healer has to heal himself before healing others. Okay? So if you need kind of like a guidance, directions, and so on, who do you seek? You seek first from within you. If you need more stuff and so on, you seek an outside source. There's nothing wrong with outside source, but you need to look first before within you. This is like, okay, my heart is hurting. Who should I seek? First, look at why your heart hurts within yourself. Where is your emotions about love and so on? And then, if there is a physical situation, guess what? You go into the cardiologist. Right, the cardiologist, they goes in, they there, they put the sensors, they monitoring your heart, and they say what it is for, and so on. It is the same thing. To be wise, the unwise thing it is, oh, I'm not gonna need the doctor. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay with my emotions, so on, and keep on going. You're living with the problem, and the cardinal changes right now. It is not to live with the problem, but to adjust, to seek to be wise. Okay? All right. Talking about the next hour, challenge for that growth. Can you be mature enough to realizing these things? That you need to go to a doctor, you need to go to this, you need to go and change, you need to do this, not to put it under the rug. And this is one of the people going to be in that hour kind of like rejecting this. But when you're rejecting, you also are going to be realizing the truth because the midheaven is going to be with the true Lilith up here. And don't disregard the truths there within yourself. They are for that reason. And ascendant that is at Scorpio is going to be working with Neptune, with Pluto, with the true Lilith, with Mercury and the Sun, and so on. But it's going to have this opposition with Uranus. But that is another kite up here. And if you're following those, you're not going to be fighting this, but through the fight with the universe, you will understand what the universe is trying to tell you. Big visions is gonna come in that hour. Big depth visions from within the shadow of realizing this internal conflict. Don't be a stubborn. All right, authority time. That's what I was talking about. 1 o'clock. This is gonna be these challenges here because right now the Moon and Mars, they are both at this 11 degrees of Cancer. They're square towards the North Node for when the changes has to be requiring you from life. How do you feel? You're opposing, but realizing that the changes is needed, you're accepting. And with this energies up here, we have the guidance that it's gonna coming towards you somehow, some way. This guidance is gonna become because the ascendant that is at its edge is pointing out that directions into the North Node. The authority can choose to catch the flight, or the authority can choose to have the fight, choose the resistance, choose the lower self, the depressions, the panic attacks, and so on and so on. Or the worst thing it is like you're making yourself the victim of circumstances, and the victim wants attention. You have to give the attentions to yourself in there and stop being dealing with this victim mode, because that victim mode, what did that helps you? Nothing, pretty much. When you're supposed to catch up this kite and it's like, okay, I'm working, I'm changing, I'm working with the universe, I see the visions, I get in at that wisdom right now, and I understand this problem right here. It helps me to grow. It helps me to grow. All right. The next hour, we are talking about 2 p.m. That growth right now with the inner work that's going to be at Libra is trining Jupiter. And that is a leading to Chiron. You're healing those thinking, overthinking patterns in there with this because of that roller coaster of emotions in there. Now it's kind of like I should have not gotten this roller coaster, this is nuts, and so on and so on. But you see the reasons why you have those emotions is in there. Particularly we're talking about, since this is in Cancer, it is about family, but that is affecting what is affecting relationship and oneself. It's particularly the new self, the new beginning in there. And with this kind of like a challenges here is that the people can choose this power of throwing up the towel, quit, and so on and so on. But can you quit life? No. It's just the life shows you unhealed behavior patterns. And now with the growth that you get in the last hour, I hope, that is it, what helps you to understand. And you feel better. You're doing the work. Okay? Be mindful about the rising energies, the ascendant, because that's going to be opposing that growth. Oh, but I don't see the reason why should I do it, since the other people, they're not doing it. So you give your powers to others. Just because others, they don't do it, that doesn't mean that you cannot. So with that kind of like energy, as you see it, the ascendant is squaring Saturn, you're squaring that wisdom. You're opposing that wisdom just because of others expressions, others failures. When somebody comes to you and it says like, oh, I failed. But when you find that balance in there with the growth within Jupiter, you go into Chiron. Chiron is going to ascendant. It says like, stop these things. Stop acting too small. Go seek within the spirit. Go find that balance. And that's what that midheaven is there. Libra. All right. 3 o'clock, it's same thing, kind of like an energy since yesterday, but this is going to be a little bit better since the moon is not anymore within oppositions with Saturn, creates all these things. But that squaring here, again, with the cardinal signs up here, it's going to be giving you the challenges. You need to understand nothing grows without challenge. Now, though, the inner work in the shadow, it's pointing out you need to heal because of you building your new higher self. You're getting into these new positions. You're not anymore the person that once you were, but you have to remind yourself what got you here, how good you are. What is it, these energies of balance inside of you? And now we have to learn how to navigate this transitions balance in there. And that transitions of balance, it's coming from Uranus, it's coming out from Pluto, it's coming out from Neptune in there. But it's challenging you. Without challenges, you won't be growing. You won't understand about the areas of growth. But when the challenges are coming, you need to do the work. And what is the work? Well, the work is coming from the ascendant towards Venus and the inner work at Scorpio. Again, this shadow side, but that is the divine purpose. The divine purpose about your true self. And where is the divine purpose is in there? Where it comes from? The spirit. See, the spirit that empowers your soul. This is buried in the depth. This is what the secrets that Scorpio holds. That esoteric secrets that Scorpio holds within the soul in there. This is some of you can be this kind of like an energy you preserved only for the spatial person, only for the spatial situations, only for the spatial things. This is the time when you hold your gift of healing people only in the spatial occasions. That's buried in there at Scorpio. But now Venus is there, shining the light. It's time to use it on you, not only on other people. It's time to use it on you. All right, 4 o'clock. Divine time points out that the Scorpio, you're understanding your new self. It wants that energy. And that's how you're going to grow. That is it, the growth through it. The real growth happens when you realize to reach out to the spirit and change within your soul. And that's how it goes. But is your ego in control or is your spirit in control? And when you look at it, this, the higher level after Libra is that Scorpio's energy. Right? So what do you do with you're in a relationship, partnership, and so on? You're dealing with the darkness within how you're going to be working out in the material world with others. And that's what Scorpio is. Scorpio is also how you're dealing with the material possessions is in there. So some of you may be going to have a lot of challenges if particularly are born with this Pluto at Scorpio. You're going to see if you have any square or oppositions towards this Pluto that it's in Scorpio when you are born in there, you should see it. Maybe there is that trigger of that point for you. What is in your chart? All right. The ascendant, though, it's challenging the intuitions and Mars in there, particularly they're right now connecting with the mean Lilith. And this is one of the people who's going to start, oh, I can be mean. Oh, I can be this. I can be in that. What does that got to do with this? Pretty much nothing. But if you seek in that spirit and the wisdom, you're going to be able to cut those energies that are coming towards you right now. Because later on you have to deal with them. You cut them right now within your thought patterns, within your situations. That's what Saturn does. In there, you're going to be okay. Much okay later on. I believe that was it at 8 p.m. All right, the ascendant is with Pluto. Transformations is needed. You do it. You done it. Inspirations, talks, communications, arts, visions, movies, music, name it. They're helping you out. And you see it, that pumped up, fired up, super excited energies is coming. Even those stuff, communications. But some of you is going to be like, well, there is no love. Venus has no aspects. pretty much accept that aspect with Pluto. This is another challenge that is gonna coming in towards us. But you are in the underworld and there within your own self, your own love, where that love is. What did you do with it? So there's gonna be starting the days, and you're gonna be seeing it this beginning later on as tomorrow, because right now Moon, the Venus is not anymore trining Mars or the Moon or anything like that. She is squaring Pluto, but Pluto is a retrograde. The change of the love begins within the depth, within your emotions. All right. Next hour, we are talking about 6 p.m. Energies. The ascendant is going to help you to overcome and understand where you are. You have to look at it in the subconscious of the emotions. I mean, Scorpio and Pisces, those are water. Cancer is a water, emotions too. And this divine purpose is about to look at it ahead of this balance. You see, when you have a balance within the subconscious, you have a balance within the consciousness, you have a balance within your emotions, you have a balance within your energy, and then within your gravity. And that gravity spreads that balance with the others. That is the power, the end power of Pisces. But if that's wounds in there, then things can get south very quick because that consciousness is not the greatest in there. But currently, the energy shows you what your ability capabilities are. All you have to do is do the transformations up here. All right. 7 p.m. I was talking about this energies up here. That is that energy of the work intensity. Here is this test time. Don't create problems, resolve problems. Okay? If you're beginning to create problems, things is gonna go south. Just a quick. I mean, talking about the ascendant is a fire energy. That is the ascendant. That is at the Aries. All you need is a little spark, and here you go. You ready to blow up this volcano. You're ready to blow up this relationship. You're ready to blow up this family. You're ready to throwing up the towel, calling it quit. Can you quit on the love though? See, when you have that love, none of this will matter in there. Because your authority can choose to engage with that intense energies, to screw up your future, to not doing the work, to damaging the situations with the family patterns inside of it, not to heal, and so on. Or you can choose to take that growth with the universe, take that Neptune at the depth, transformations that it's coming in there within yourself. And here is the moment when you have to practice that wisdom that you learned from Saturn today. Whatever you heard, whatever you got there from the spirit, are you going to practice it? Some of you is going to fail this test. Some of you will pass the test. And it all depends. What did you do with that wise guide within you? What is the spirit? Okay. And as I said, the 8 o'clock energies up here of that midheaven for it. If you were able to cut out all those energies earlier, you won't be able to deal with this. You're just choosing the synchronized energies, you're choosing the divine path of the growth, and none of this will matter for you because you overcome it. You passed the test. You failed the test, though. You're going to find out why you failed the test, why you're failing this inner work in there within you, what it was, and so on. For those who succeed, there's going to be a growth in the material world. You're going to see, because the ascendant that is at Taurus at this moment, guess what? That ascendant is connecting to who? To Saturn. The midheaven is connecting with Saturn. That wise job did the work. And there's going to be a reflections into the material gains, the material world. It's not going to be destructions. It's not going to be this. It's just a change of the positions. All right. Beautiful time, isn't it? For everyone that got on in there and did their inner work and their transformations, all this is right there. And people's going to ask, where is the love there? The love have to go in there. And really, do you understand what the love is? Understanding the love, it's when you choose to love the unlovable. Then you find the power of love within yourself. And the depth that it's right now, that Venus is going to go, it can go really deep. Understanding of love, intimacy, compassion, and so on. This is very powerful moment when a Venus is at Scorpio. She is descending into the underworld to rise from the underworld. So in the next month, this positions here is going to be very powerful. Okay, esoteric point of the Venus that is at Scorpio, it is very powerful because it's removing the physical there. You are going deep into the emotions. This is where the sexual intimacy take a place, connecting with emotions and spirit. And I'm gonna be seeing it when a Venus is coming right in here. She's gonna be trining Saturn. Oh, you're gonna get wise up to your ears with love. But you don't know that yet. You just learn it. All right. 10 o'clock, it's coming in there. The ascendant is with Jupiter. What is the growth? Here is the growth. The divine positions of the new age of Aquarius. It's coming towards the moon. You're finally realizing things. Changed. You happy for the new things that you develop within you. The new things you learned. The new things you practiced. The new way of life. As the ascendant is with Jupiter, you growth, you healed, and that is connecting with that midheaven. You heal, you grow. The pain doesn't have to be carried anymore. It doesn't have a heavy on your heart. You don't have to go to the cardiologist because it was your issue. And the cardiologist look at your heart, dude, nothing wrong with you. And you're like, what do you mean? But my heart was hurting. Could be a psychology problem, could be emotional problem. Yeah, I went through rough times. And this is a that positions on that hour. And here we go. The ascendant it's coming, and that energy is gonna be. But there is a more coming. Of course, there is a more coming. You think that you can clear the mud pile up from ages and ages with the family tree line, or within the family from before, or from the culture about what family should be according to society. You need to understand the society rules, those are unwritten laws that nobody keeps it. But everyone wants to say what they are. Currently, the point of view about what family should be is totally twisted. Lack of it in there. Even all of this about it, oh, I don't want to have kids, I don't want to have that, and so on and so on and so on in there, and all this kind of like toxic things that goes around into the world when you turn around. And there, even though that the people don't even want to get married. Okay. Now it is about these challenges, but Saturn comes in as a help in there, and together with the inner work that is at midheaven right now, is that divine point towards the sun. But that it's combining what? Combining the rising ascendant in there. It is combining Venus about the love, remind you about that love. And with the authority taking this kite and a flight, that's what you should look for it. Because there's always going to be a problems. There's always going to be an issues. There's always going to be a challenges in your life. It is about how you handle it. That's all there is, how you handle it in the tough moments. Are you going to be going with like a chicken with the head cut off and spinning around and or are you just going to keep calm? You calm down and you learning to control the storm. That's all that's all about it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your comments and would love to hear great comments from yesterday. Was very beautiful. I liked them. I even replied it to the comments. So keep on coming. All right, guys. Love you so much. Be love with yourself. And you do this for you. If you think that you have to do it for others, it's not going to be proper. But do it for you. Okay? Those changes in spirits, do it for you. You deserve this. All right, guys. Be love. Here's some gift for you. Take it as much as you need.